Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lucious Showcase. I am Lucious T, and welcome back to the backlog. This week we're taking a look at a Metroidvania game. It's an Xbox exclusive, and you already know what it is. It is the title. Let's not waste any time. Let's check it out. When I first saw Ori and the Blind Forest, I knew it was going to hit all the feels. In the initial trailer, you see Ori playing with this bear creature, and it's so sweet and serene that you just know someone has to die. Well, it appeared that Microsoft had a console exclusive on its hands that was going to be worth something. That and Below. Whatever happened to that? Anyways, the game came out, and it was praised for its fresh take on Metroidvania, and Microsoft had the exclusive they so desperately needed. Kind of funny that the two best games for the Xbox One are $20 downloadable titles. Anyways, let's see if that's true. Let's check it out. Ori and the Blind Forest takes place in a gorgeous, lush forest. At least it was. The forest is dying for some reason, and it is up to Ori to save it. Sadly, Ori's adopted mother succumbs to starvation. Which is what sets Ori off on his journey to restore life to the forest. And I'm not ruining anything, as this all happens in the first 5 minutes and was in the trailer. It's a very depressing, Disney-like opening and starts a very prevalent theme: loss. Everyone you meet in this game is learning to cope with it in various different ways. The forlorn, somber theme is further accentuated with the gorgeous score that accompanies this game. It somehow suits this brightly colored world to have a haunting soundtrack as the world is dying. Now, gameplay-wise, this game immediately reminded me of Hollow Knight. They even share certain power-ups and ability usages. However, Ori executes everything much better. You don't attack directly, instead you shoot lasers that home into enemies for you, allowing for combat to take place anywhere and put much more focus on dodging incoming attacks. Ori feels great to control as you unlock the double jumps and various other abilities. The amount of airborne control one has is the real highlight in this game. You can wall jump, climb, dash, super jump, and break through walls horizontally or below you by the end of this game. The truly innovative ability, though, is the deflect system. Now, you can stop time momentarily and rocket yourself where the arrow points, while simultaneously sending said projectile or enemy the opposite direction, meaning you can have an enemy kill themselves with their own attacks, or climb a thorn-infested area using only enemies, or dispatch an enemy by throwing him into some spikes. You can even use enemies to open up pathways by doing this. It's some of the most fun and unique gameplay in the game and makes you feel like a bullet-time badass when done effectively. My favorite part of the game was the amount of airborne options you have, and pulling off a deflect resets your double jump or triple jump if you spec it, and the dash. Yes, there are ability points in this game. You have 3 upgrade paths. One is firepower, one is utility, and the other one is a defense movement-based hybrid. Now, I maxed out the defense movement-based tier to get the triple jump, and it was totally worth it. Enemies drop yellow experience orbs, though you can find experience boosts or full ability boosts in the world. Now, once you earn an ability point, your life and energy are restored, and you shoot a blue shockwave out that kills everything in sight. Now, in order to spend those points, you have to set up a soul link. Now, soul links double as your mobile save spot and gives you access to your spec. Now, you can spec your soul link to heal you too, but it uses up 1 energy node, energy being the blue circles. This is huge, as you can save almost anywhere, allowing you to get through a tough section and immediately save without having to find a save spot, or if you die, having to walk back from a save spot. So it almost eliminates all of the dead time from you having to repeat sections. It also encourages you to play a little risky, as you can just respawn from where you die. It's an amazing idea. You initially start off with very little health and energy, but you quickly find more. And I mean it, the game goes by quick. That's one of its biggest strengths. Metroidvania games grind on me when you spend too much time backtracking and accomplishing nothing. This game makes the experience much smoother by giving you very specific goals. You can search and explore all you like, but you have a location to go to if you want. Now your first goal is to find the spirit tree. Then you need to restore the water, wind, and warmth elements. All three have gone haywire since the tree died. Now each element is a two-part challenge, getting the key to unlock the dungeon, then beating the dungeon itself. Yet another Metroidvania improvement, a dungeon, a singular location you can only access once, and once you beat it, it's done. I loved all three and their lead-up missions. The water element had you chasing a spider creature throughout the forest, then once you cleanse the water, you get a Metroid-like escape the base moment. The wind element had you navigating a Lost Woods type forest, and then a gravity-bending ice dungeon, with an air-based escape. Then lastly, the warmth element has you scaling a mountain on the wind, and then shutting off the magma flows before a final chase with the big bad. Exploring still has its benefits though. I stumbled across the old home of the bear creature early on and was able to traverse a darkened cave using a light that revealed platforms and unlocked the dash ability before I beat any of the dungeons. Now abilities are earned from trees which contain the spirits of Ori's fallen siblings. Kinda dark. There aren't any traditional boss fights in this game. You'll have to fight enemies to unlock doors sometimes, but that's about it. The evil owl that is trying to catch you may not be so evil after all, and by the end, what appears to be a rather black and white story turns into heartbreaking shades of gray. Time for some Lucious metrics. Series fatigue. Fixed. My least favorite part of Metroidvania is aimlessly wandering with no clue where to go. This game fixes that by giving you destinations as well as dungeons that add some welcome innovation to the series. Things as simple as once maps are unlocked, all collectibles are pinned on the map, or being able to see yourself on the map without needing a power-up, Hollow Knight, are great. Time sensitivity. Be ready for the experience. This game is not as fast and flashy as others, it's also very thematic and hard to judge until you know the whole story. It can be beaten blind in 7 to 8 hours, so commit to beating it before you start it, because it's very confusing at first. Controls. Spot on. Ori controls wonderfully. I found myself dashing, floating, and jumping with ease through incredibly difficult looking terrain. Not once did it ever feel hard, because I had complete control. And the game gives you so many movement options, sometimes I'd forget about one and make the game harder on myself. Replay. Potentially. It's fairly easy to collect everything. I got 85% and I was barely even trying. Now exploring in this game yields a lot of instant gratification, but it is finite. Now once you uncover the map for an area, there isn't much that stays hidden. Most of this game replay really would come from speedrunning. Storytelling. Emotional. It's a very sad story paired with incredibly forlorn music, which contrasts great against the bright visuals. The story really draws you in once you learn the owl's motivation. Now finding out this whole thing was caused because the tree set out a beacon to help Ori find his way home made a seemingly useless act the catalyst to the whole plot. And that's the way this whole story is. Once you see the end, you can then see the beginning in a new light. Very good. Ori and the Blind Forest quickly rocketed itself to the top of my Metroidvania list. Its focus on platforming and mood over combat was really unexpected. It truly is a tragic tale that's a great example of great gameplay to go along with an artistic plot. And I really am looking forward to the sequel. Taking all that into account from the perspective of a binge-playing game finisher, I give this my Lucious T recommendation of beat it. And there you have it. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you for joining me. I really did enjoy Ori and the Blind Forest. It was a great Metroidvania, and unlike Hollow Knight and Metroid Prime Echoes that I played last year, I never once got tired, and I think that's partially because it ended so soon, but the addition of dungeons in this game cannot be understated. It really just, it drove the thing forward, and it made the exploration fun to do, almost like a Zelda game. So anyways, that's what I think about it. Let me know how you feel about Ori and the Blind Forest. Just as a reminder, I release a new video every Tuesday, and once again, it's been so nice getting a hold of you. Take care.